I might miss my flight, but yo, I feel like it's worth it, worth it. This beautiful lady has just caught my eye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thought I was late, but that was just Jaja working, working, boy. You are an angel he sent from the sky. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. My life's now a song and you are the melody. Oh, the things that you do show me how much you care. Whoa, 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 whoa. Speaking with you on the phone is like therapy for me. You give me your heart, you give me your ear. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. No rain, no sleep, no storm, no snow, no place I would not go. High tide, low tide, I row my boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a vibe for y'all today, man.
I might miss my flight, but yo, I feel like it's worth it, worth it.
Large of the family singing from near and far.
This beautiful lady has just caught my eye.
Got a convo coming your way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thought I was late, but that was just Jaja working, working, boy. And you are an angel he sent from the sky. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life.
It's all about the love thing, you know what I mean? Every now and then we gotta do what we gotta do.
My life's now a song and you are the melody.
We getting into it, ladies and gentlemen.
The things that you do show me how much you care. Whoa, 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 whoa. Speaking with you on the phone is like therapy for me. You give me your heart, you give me your ear. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. No rain, no sleep, no storm, no snow, no place I would not go. High tide, low tide, I row my boat.
Walk on, DJ.
That I
Good to see you, King.
love,
Happy New Year.
I can feel your love. It's all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life.
This is Wayne Warner saying J Code, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I me say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cola, what you say, eh? We make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cola, you know. Check it. Ease out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Kalia. I'm hanging out with your boy, G Cole, on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive Crew live across the globe. Got to big up everybody watching in from near and far, man. Radio Land, large episode of my UK fan, Rubber Ranks, large up. Everybody, Reggae Global Radio, Wagwan. Everybody, man, Live 11 Radio, everybody, all the entities that carry the show, Jams, fam, Super Jams, West Palm Beach, Hot 78, Costa Rica. Thank y'all so much. Sebastian, Wataguan, fam. Good to see you. DJ is a vibe, man. Got some things we're going to get into. You know, happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2026. Wishing everyone a fantastic New Year. I've had a wonderful 2025, and I'm looking forward to an excellent 2026. You know what I mean? It's just, it's been beautiful, man. It's been blessed. The Lord has blessed I. And I mean, you know, every year blessings keep on raining on more and more. You know, sometimes people want you to talk about the sad things and the bad things. Nah, baby, I'm talking about the glad things. Life's good. Much love to my family. Tolerate me. I'm a bit much. I ain't gonna front. I can be a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? By design. Somebody got to do it, right? So I'm just saying. You know what I mean? We got to do what we got to do. But they tolerate me. They love me. They treat me right. So I'm good on the blessings, and I'm gonna act right. All right, this is 2020. I'm gonna do better. All right, I promise. But I'm grateful for all the blessings. Brand spanking new album is ready. Like I said, the album's ready. We didn't drop it last year because around the time we're getting ready to drop it, then we had Hurricane Melissa, and that was a big thing. So we had to kind of put our focus and our attention there, and you know what I mean, address those that need to be addressed and help who need to be helped and do what we got to do. Know what I mean? So that's what we do. And then, of course, the holidays came around, and we got to let the holidays do what the holidays do. Now we're in a new year. Just going to work on a date, get the band together, come to your city, have a blast. But I'll keep you posted. Remember to hit me up on social media at MyGCole, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'll let you know what's going on, who's going to be where, what. It's going to be a vibe, man. Gonna be a vibe. If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, remember Homegrown with G Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, Amazon Music, Amazon Prime, wherever you're listening to podcasts, we're there, you know. We listen to some great music. We talk to some great people. This is what we do. You know what I mean? And again, we got a lot of things to get into this year. Some special guests going to be coming on. I'll let you know exactly when we're going to have that mental health conversation, because it's some serious stuff going on, especially with the current climate here. We're gonna get into the music thing. I got some special guests coming in. I got Althea Hewitt's got a brand spanking new album. She's gonna be passing through real soon. Hezron's making the rounds. As soon as he's able to, he's gonna pass through. D Major, now, you know, doing gospel, and he's gonna pass through. So we got the year's gonna be dope, man. But you know, do a lot of other things too, and won't get into the relationship conversation, you know, because people keep hitting me up, you know. I ain't no player. I'm out the game. I'm married almost 16 years, you know what I mean? I don't know nothing about these streets. I just know that the streets be straight and life be lifing. You know what I mean? It's amazing, man. We're just having a good time. Wait a second, Talking Blues remake. You know something, Sebastian? You giving me ideas, man. Mish! Wagwan, happy new year to you too. Oh, by the way, man, my Naceberry tree be Naceberrying, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be grateful. That Naceberry tree be good to me, treating me like I want to be treated. The gods are blessing me with fruit. You know, went away and had to fight some battles with the squirrels over my Aki. But we were able to get them on, you know what I mean? Get them in check. And, you know, they had theirs, I had mine. Enough to have us a nice couple of servings, and the papaya, and you know what I mean? Got me a couple of papayas, had a nice vibe going on. But my favorite fruit are the naseberries. And the naseberries be naseberry, and I'm telling you, big. They'd be big like this cup right here. You know what I mean? It's nice, So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Mish, don't call her, don't, Pabito. Don't call her, don't. So here's the deal. When it comes to this whole relationship thing, what happens a lot of times is I ain't in the KFC vending machines. I'm gonna let them do what they do. When it comes to relationships, what I realize is you've heard the term men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? So I think the thing with relationships a lot of times is that two different languages are being spoken. And I've been talking about this for a hot minute. Back in 2014, an artist, dope female artist, Sheila Dow from Mexico City / Honduras, working on her album. And I just completed mine. I was on a promo run. And her sister was at one of the shows. And her sister, kind of live streamed the show and had her see it. Her producers were telling her she needed one more song for the album. So her sister was like, I like this. And the sister was like, I wonder if we could get him to do it. But lo and behold, the school friend that her sister was in there with was a friend of mine, somebody I knew from back in the day. So he connected us and, I said, all right, listen, I'll get it done for you, but I'm on this promo run right now. So just give me a little bit. And she patiently waited. And that's something I love. She patiently waited. I was like, you know what? You patiently waited. I got to give you something proper. So I sat down and started putting pen to paper, reach out to the usual suspects. I hit up J Vibe, the Grammy Award winning J Vibe. I said, yo, Jay, I need something. Him say, something, I got the In the Clouds with him, just dropped, but still fresh. We could do whatever. I said, all right, cynical. And I started putting pen to paper. I came up with a song called When Girl Meets Boy, right? And we start out with her talking about what happens when girl meets boy. And then what happens when boy meets girl. Sometimes we're thinking almost along the same lines, but in the same breath, in the same plane, we're so far apart. The oxymoron of it. So close, yet so far apart. All right, so I am going to bring on a couple of folks, some sisterins of mine. We're going to talk this thing, because a lot of time I'm up here and I'm talking my talk from a guy's perspective, and the ladies be bunning me out and be like, oh, listen, yes, I get a man in perspective when I hear it from the women perspective. All right, I'm going to redeem myself. All right, so in a minute or two, I'm going to start getting some folks on, and we going to have a convo. Right, midway through, we're going to chop it up with Christina Alicia. She just dropped an album called, what album called again? Love album. It's a love album. She dropping a bad. Talking about love and, getting back in a love vibe, you know what I'm saying? The Love Manifesto, if I'm being exact. I refer to it as a love album, but it's called Love Manifesto. And we're going to talk about some things, right? That's my homegirl. And sometimes, you know what I love about her? She's transparent. She chronicles her journey, and she journals her journey in real time on social media with all of y'all. So sometimes she'll put some stuff out there, and, I'll be coming from the studio at midnight and, hop in the shower, come out, doing my wind down before bedtime, and I hop on and I see it and I can't help myself. I go on there and I'm devil's advocate and I do what I do. You know what I mean? Mish says she wish a guy would join the convo. I'm gonna get a guy to join the convo, Mish. The thing is, the reason why the guy is afraid for joining the convo more time, because they girls right there. And based on what they say when they get off the conversation, they're gonna have to deal with that woman, you know what I mean? And my couch is comfortable, but not everybody's couch is comfortable, right? And I've exerted my dominance. Like, I ain't going on it. We good. Everything's all right. We gonna do. I joke my man, but not everybody's me. You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna start off like this. The song is called "When Girl Meets Boy." It's Sheila Dow featuring yours truly, G. Cole, and then I'm gonna get my first. Mish, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's squeeze this one off, man. Let's squeeze this one off. Let's squeeze it out.
G. Cole, háblame. Oh, dime todo lo que estás pensando.
Yeah.
Quiero saber tu secreto.
Go on, Greg.
¿Te parece? When
Sebastian.
boy, she tries to make you fall in love. Na 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 na. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going on a date or two.
I feel you, Sebastian.
Rather be in the
Diane.
na na
Jackie.
na.
When boy meets girl, he starts fantasizing right away. I know, yes I know.
Grego, you're still.
In this young man's world, I've already kissed your lips and heard you say that you love, yes you love me. Only a man can understand it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. By now we've already made love in my head. Ooh baby, girl I feel the same way you do. It's just a
Chico, háblame.
Somewhere pretty song, right?
¿Dónde?
When girl meets boy.
yeah.
She's gonna tell you her perspective, what the ladies think about when they meet. And then I'm gonna do the same, all right?
When girl meets boy, she plans to make you fall in love. Some kind loving, make you look at her like there's no one else but you and I. Only a girl could understand it, 'cause I know by now you've already kissed me in your head.
Girl, I feel the same way you do. It's just a different point of view. I wanna be alone with you. Na 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 na.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're going on a date or two. I'd rather be in love with you.
Na 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 na.
Hear what I gotta say.
When boy meets girl,
Yeah, man.
he starts fantasizing right away. I know, yes I know it. And in this young man's world, I've already kissed your lips and heard you say that you love, yes you love me. Only a man can understand it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. By now we've already made love in my head. Ooh baby, girl I feel the same way you do.
See the difference?
It's just a different point of view. I wanna be alone with you. Na 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 na.
So this is what we're gonna do.
Sparky.
We're going on a date or two. I'd rather be in love with you.
Na 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 na. Words can't say how much I wanna have your love right here, right now, right away. Oh, oh, oh. There's an urge we've been fighting for so long. Let's stop and explore this sacred space.
Wagwan, Julian.
You and I.
Girl, I feel the same way you do. It's just a different point of view. I wanna be alone with you.
We got to start this conversation.
So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Going on
I thank you so much.
a
I appreciate it.
in love with you. Na 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 na.
It does have a little R&B, don't it?
Way you do. Oh, yeah. It's just a different point of view, baby. I wanna be alone with you.
Na 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 na. So this is what we're gonna do.
Baby.
We're going on a date or two.
Oh,
I'd rather be in love with you.
na 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 na. Oh, baby, give me a love. Give me a love.
Para ti yo canto, canto.
Oh, yeah.
Quiero saber, quiero saber. Todos tus secretos, dámelos a mí. Ven y ven.
Happy Thursday, Julian.
Es lo que quieres de mí, es lo que quieres de mí.
It's called When Girl Meets Boy, ladies and gentlemen. You see the dichotomy there, right? You see the polar opposites. Again, it's an oxymoron of sorts because while we're in the same book, we ain't always on the same page. And guess what? Like I said, I have these conversations by myself all the time on a bun meal. So I'm gonna start bringing some other folks on to try to help me out. All right. Some of them, be players out here. Some of them not. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's experience and other vantage points besides mine. And me, I'm a practicing reverence, and my stuff is gonna come from the place of the utmost innocence. Everybody else, I can't swear for them. You know what I mean? I really, really can't swear for them. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we're gonna have this little reasoning. We'll talk to a couple people, and then I see what's really, 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 really popping. Because life as we know it can be simple, should be simple, can be sweet, should be sweet. But a lot of times, it's not how things go. It's not. Let me bring on my first contestant. And that's what I'm gonna say. First contestant, you know what I mean? Mish, what are going on? Welcome to the party. How are you?
Hi, Happy New Year. I'm doing well. How about you?
I am fantabulous. And if it was any better, it'd be illegal. I see you're rolling with Much McLean today. I dig it.
I know.
I dig it. I like your hat. I like your hat.
I had to rock the G Cole. I
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Did you hear the song I just played?
Yeah, da 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 da. I got my little singing voice on the side. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool, no man. Easy, no Whitney. So the thing is, it's called When Girl Meets Boy, and quickly, the two major points that stick out is she's saying, after everything is all said and done, when we're imagining things, you've always cool, no, you fly. She's saying, you are in my mind, we've already kissed. That's what she said, right? And when you go over to what the man said, in his mind, we've already made love. So they're both thinking that something done happen, but they're two total different parts of the spectrum. Do you find, Mish, or should I say much, that men and women more often than not are seeing things from a total different perspective?
Not all the time. I think sometimes they see eye to eye, but I think when certain things get involved as the relationship goes, in more depth, then they start to see a difference. Their difference of opinion starts to kind of come out on on different things, different levels of things, as far I see, Christy Alicia is her name.
Christina Alicia.
Yeah, posted something today, in the sense, and don't quote me word for word. Maybe you can read what she kind of said, and we can talk a little bit about it. But I kind of agree in a sense. You can have a relationship, and your relationship is going great, but you see when that finance comes in, and there's
jumping straight in. Okay.
Yeah, there's a shift in the finance, then there becomes a problem.
All right, hold on. So let's back it up. Since we are there, all right. And in essence, I'm glad you went there, because in the essence of time, we need to just jump straight over the fence, kick off the fence. Christine made a post.
Why have foreplay? Just get to it.
I dig it. You right about now, your inbox is gonna be all full after by the end of this.
Nothing gonna happen.
We ain't gotta do all of that. We just jump right in.
Just jump right in.
She shows up already lit, ready to party.
Pop.
I'm harmless. I don't know nothing about these things. So she posted, everyone talks about how important it is to date a man that is financially stable. Not everyone talks about how important it is for a man to maintain his peace and still make you feel special when things are tight. To me, and I saw that as two totally different things in one paragraph, right? And I chose to only address one part of it, right? Because to me, the financially stable part is one thing.
Always stirring the pot.
No, maybe I was busy. I only saw the first part. But, the financially stable part is one thing. But the whole concept of it is important for a man to maintain his peace and still make you feel special when things are tight, to me, was two different conversations. But let's talk about the first part of it.
The finance?
The statement, which says, everyone talks about how important it is to date a man that is financially stable. The question is it important to date a man that is financially stable?
And both ends, men and women, should be financial stable. Now, when you talk about financial stable, you're talking about being rich or just be able to
No,
survive
stable meaning you good. Your bills are covered. You got some extra. You're good. You're not struggling.
Then
You're above water.
we both should be stable and everything should be good and great. But then there's always that shift.
Mm-hmm.
And when that shift come into play, doesn't mean that the relationship should change. You
What
should be
shift? What shift?
the finance on it could be his part or her part. And the respect and everything should still be there. The love and making each other feel special, the peace of mind on both ends should still be there. But you know what kind of breaks it down and causes an issue is that thing in between the finance that's called communication.
Judge, you a guru. You did this before, didn't you? You've done this before, didn't you?
No.
So the financial part, and here's the reason why this part of it I will agree with you with, because statistics show that most Rich, what up, my brother? How are you? Good to see you. Statistics show that people think that the major cause of divorces or the breakdown in relationships is infidelity, right? When the truth is, it's finance. Now, when these conversations generally come up, a lot of times we're coming from the vantage point of finances. It's important, but we do see that people put more financial pressure on the men. In other words, a lot of times when you hear the conversation going, they're talking about a man needs to be financially stable. 9 times out of 10, when these conversations are happening, they're not saying both parties need to be. I saw something today where it was a conversation amongst ladies, and they were saying, should men even be dating if they're not making a certain amount of money? And my question is, why is it should men? And the question not be, should anybody be dating if they're not making a certain amount of money? So is the pressure the same on men and women?
I think it's on men and women, but at the end of the day, remember in our culture, and I can only speak in the Jamaican culture, that we're brought up that men are supposed to be the provider. I mean, things have changed. Men have always, supposed to be the provider of the home. If you look back at our parents, John family much. If you look back in the days of our parents and they're growing up, you will have either the woman be a housewife and the man go out there and provide and everything. And, he does have his side piece on the side, but the side piece,
no judgments passed. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
But it's just the fact that they were the provider.
Low Sebastian. Let Sebastian do what Sebastian do.
They make the money. They come home, the wife cooks, she cleans, she gives him all the attention and the love and everything there is that he needs at home. In today's society, we come up where, and I'm not trying to shift or anything, women always I want to be the man and I want whatever, but I just believe that we all should work together in providing that financial stability at home.
Okay. Okay. So
yeah, go ahead.
So in most conversations, in most logical contradictions, what I say, you have reality versus rationality, right? In other words, what we say because it sounds right, and what's really real, right? Now, so we talk about, a man should be the provider because that's the rule from back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And if we want to live up and adhere to principles of old and how it was and tradition, we'd keep that, right? And we'd like to say, okay, these are the masculine rules and they're predetermined and you do this. But then the feminine roles that grandma and great grandma used to adhere to back in the day, you cannot impose those on these women nowadays because they're going to call you sexist. So right now, if you say, if she says you need to go out there and make the money and come take care of the household, and you said to her, say, okay, cool. So you're going to be home, you're going to cook these meals, you're going to clean this house. When I come home, no bonnets on, you're going to be hotter than 10 jalapenos.
And the bonnets, come on.
When I say meet me upstairs, you're going to be ready to go upstairs, right? Because those were the rules, those are the traditions that grandma.
You can't talk too much about that because so you say, let's go upstairs. I'm going upstairs. I'm just a different breed. I'm sorry. I'm not like the normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Much McLean. Make sure you jump in them DMs, all right? Make sure you jump in them DMs. She already upstairs, you see? But the thing is this. So you're gonna go upstairs. But here's the thing: is the dinner gonna be ready?
all the time.
Is
Put
the
it this
laundry gonna be cooked? Is the laundry gonna be
laundry,
washed?
I take care of the laundry. I don't mind.
You are saying today, right about now, you
Mhm.
are good with the old traditions of woman take care of her roles, man take care of his roles.
I like getting up and going to work. I like to do my part, and I can only speak for me. I like doing my part.
Mm.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you say, "Hey, babes, let's go out and eat," and if I say I want to pay, and he says no, I'm not gonna fight it. Go ahead.
Hey,
Take care of it and
Christine.
everything. You know what I'm saying? When we get home,
Mhm.
good night. We have a good date. We'll have a good night. It's just how it is. But I mean,
so here's the deal. I got one of your ex-boyfriends on the line, and he begs to differ. I'm gonna bring him in right about now. We're gonna talk to him a little bit and see
my
what.
ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, you want
I
can I
wonder
bring
who
him
that
in?
is.
See, you get nervous. The man depend. Nothing I got, sir. I be a bonnet me get when we come home. When me come on, I be a bonnet.
Look, when I had my locks, you get the bonnet. If I don't care to get my hair messed up, I don't worry about the bonnet. You take me as I am.
Ja. But the thing about the finances, as I listen to the conversations, and I'm not sure if you hear these conversations too, but when we talk about the conversations about the dynamics of the relationships, that money pressure seems to be coming a lot more on the fellas than it is on the. I guess so. You know something? Sometimes I'm alone on the island here, right? And then always I said, boy, we need to bring another guy in because God, the guys them always. I'm gonna bring a guy in. Is it okay for me to, in a second, I'm gonna bring a guy in so I can get another perspective. But right now, that's not what I'm hearing, Mish. I'm hearing that there's a lot of pressure out here. These women have unrealistic expectations.
That's true. I have friends, and I've sat with a couple of friends, kind of
just your friends, huh? Just your friends, huh?
Friends, the girls.
Okay.
And some of the things that they say, I'm just not a part of that type of life or mind thinking. They're like, oh, they're looking for, and they want an older guy. They don't want the young guy. They want an older guy that is established because he needs to bring to the table because of what they have to bring to the table and everything. And that's what they're looking for. And I try to say to them, you're looking for the wrong thing. You just need to find that person, and together you bring the money in and things work. But
so let me make sure I understand. So you're saying they are looking for somebody who's stable, who's going to bring. Are they looking for somebody to bring in and match them, or are they looking for somebody who is going to
elevate more than what they have to bring in? I think probably bringing more than what they have to bring in.
So they want somebody who makes more than them, so they can probably he takes care of the bills and their money is their money.
I guess. I don't know.
That's how going out there. Okay.
I listen to them, and I'm not in tune to it. I'm just in a different mindset, and it's just, I guess, for me, I just kind of, I don't stick to what was or what is. You try to do things a little bit different.
Now, is that life experience? Is that life experience and trying it and being like, you know what? I had that mindset too and it didn't work out? Or is it just that you're not cut from that cloth?
I'm just not cut from that cloth.
Mm-hmm.
You're there, you're in, we're in. It's us, it's we, it's not I.
Mm.
And it's just that I expect, that we just, we're not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect. So I'm not expecting him to be perfect.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, we just need to have an understanding of each other and respect for each other, and know how to communicate with each other. If I've done something wrong, say, hey, babes, and I've done it at that moment.
I ain't gonna lie, you're starting to sound like a therapist. You're too prepared for that.
No, man, it's not that.
Right about now.
I have seen a lot of things in my life growing up. I've experienced things, good, bad, and difference. And trust me, my years of being in a relationship has never been perfect. But from each of those relationships, I take a piece of it, I learn from it, and I keep it moving. I try, and it took me a while to learn not to bring the past into whatever relationship I go into. I try to start as clean slate.
Okay.
And I love that.
Okay, player. So let me do this now, player. Let me bring somebody else in, all right? I'm going to bring in my brethren Marlon right now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Molly, what going, brother?
Oh, this is
Hey, respect, G. Cole. Hey, man.
Hey, hon, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I saw Marlon comment on it, boy. Look at
Marlon, we'll go straight in, Marlon. You heard a little bit. You heard a little bit of what she was saying, right? And
man.
Sound like roses. It sounds very zen, right?
Marlon and I reasoned the other day, and he understands.
Nobody draw Marlon. No. Nobody sway the jury. Nobody sway the jury. No, nobody with that one. So she hitting you up with as the salmon swimmeth, so does the river floweth. It's all zen. Marlon, I want you to be real with me. You buying anything that Miss saying?
Yeah. I mean, ideally,
She
that's
swayed the
what you would
jury.
want.
She swayed the jury.
Ideally, what she's saying is what I would want. Let me not say we, because people want different things. You know what I mean? But what she says, ideally, that kind of align with my way of thinking.
So let me ask you this though, because a lot of this comes from conversations that's out there, dialogue. You've seen the dialogue. Every now and then you and I comment on these dialogues, right? And we
Yes.
see circumstances and situations where it seems to me that everybody has their checklist and their wants and their needs, and there's certain things that they want. It's not always rooted in material things, right? But based on the
Right,
conversations that I'm seeing going on,
correct.
it seems to be almost like the ladies, based on the convo, the ladies have a whole checklist and a whole lot of things that they want, right?
That's true.
And the men just need to fulfill those lists. It's almost like, you hear the thing, the happy wife, happy life term, term. Ain't nobody ever mentioned the
Yes.
husband. There's no rhyme
Yes,
that says
correct.
happy husband, happy anything, right? So from a
Correct.
financial standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, from any other standpoint, it seems like the duty of the relationship is to make sure so that lady's happy. Fellas, find your happiness how you find your happiness. Is that what you're seeing and hearing in these dialogues out in the streets, Marlon?
Absolutely, that's what I'm hearing. It's about you are the man. Period. End of story. You are the man, and the man is supposed to, and the man is, and the list goes on.
Mish, talk to me, because like I said, you be sounding like a therapist. I don't care what you say. You are in school, you're studying this stuff, and you're regurgitating something from the professor right about it. But talk to me.
No. I keep telling you, it's just life experience. That's what it is, life experience. And I know what I want. I know what I want out of a relationship.
What do you want out of a relationship?
Huh?
What do you, by the way, because enough people in your DMs right about now, I am going to take the stance that you are, based on how you say, I'm going to take the stance you're not in a relationship. Let's just hypothetically say you're in a, and the man, I'm going to see walk around the corner a while ago. Let's just say it's a figment of my imagination, right? So here's the thing. What do you want out of a relationship, Mitch?
We all want peace. But there's nothing called perfect relationship. Okay. There's nothing called a perfect relationship. We're just different human beings. I'm an extrovert. He might be an introvert type of a person. We're supposed to be able to complete each other. But I need to have what is called respect. I need to make sure boundaries are there. Communication is the one thing. I am a goofy person. I'm a jokey person. That sometimes I can say things that can be misinterpreted as offensive or whatever the case. But you just got to know who
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I just have to know who I am. And you just have to either accept me for me, just like I'm going to accept you for you. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have that conversation. And that conversation is going to be, I'm a damaged person. I'm going to say, yes, I'm a damaged person. We've been through things. But at the end of the day, if we're able to have that conversation of, when you feel like you're being disrespected, and we're able to just like have that talk, squat it. It may not be resolved, but guess what? We move on. Doesn't mean I'm going, or we have a disagreement. Doesn't mean I'm going to dislike you or hate you and not love you anymore, because then I didn't love you, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But I just need you to just be straight up with me. If you're mad with me today, okay, be mad. But at the end of the day, before we go to bed, I'm not going to bed mad. I don't like to go to bed mad. So if we go upstairs, we tough it out, roll over, do our thing. And then we get up in the morning and we still say, hey, I love you, and whatever the case is, and we'll keep it moving. If you feel like you want to touch upon it, we should have already touch upon it, and we'll keep it moving. You can't just hold on to these things and then carry it through the relationship, and the next minute, you're 2 months down the line, you're just going to take it and throw it in my face. Then that's to show you don't have no respect for me.
Mish, I'm going to tell you straight up. You sound like you're talking to someone specific right now. I'm going to come back to you right now.
I've told you before.
Trevor.
I've had life experience. I've told you this before. I have had life experience. My relationship with my kids, children's father, my son and my daughter, has been long-standing relationship. But at the end of the day, I know what I want, and if they're not bringing that to me, after a while, it's just going to go to the left. And we went to the left and everything, and I've learned from it. I am going to be a direct person. I am going to say what I want, because I know what I want. If I didn't know what I want, I don't get into a relationship. But
I think that's very important in a Mish. That one line you say, Marlon can correct me if you think I'm wrong. That whole, I know what I want. And here's what I realized. No age, no whatever is not enough to say, you know what, he's old enough, she's old enough to know what they want. You come across people of whatever age and they do not know what they want. Marlon, you out here, you know what I mean? Talk to me about what, if Marlon is looking for a lady, right? And she done gave me the version straight out of the textbook. But for you, Marlon, if you're looking for a lady, what is it that Marlon is looking for?
Well, I'm looking for someone I can trust. Because
yes, that's true.
There is no trust. It makes no sense to proceed even further. If I cannot trust you.
Right.
And trust, you know, is on different levels. Can I trust you to be loyal? Can I trust you with finances? You know, can I trust you with anything important? Can I trust you to be an adult?
Yep.
Can I trust you to communicate?
I want you to expound on that way. Say, well, can I trust you to be an adult? Expound a little bit on that.
Okay, to be an adult means it kind of goes back to what Mish was just talking about, the communication aspect. If you have an issue with me, I am not a mind reader. Tell me that you have an issue with me and tell me what the issue is. And let's see if we can work it out like two adults. You know, not to beat that point on the head, but like adults. And let's be respectful to each other. You know, we can have different views and opinions on things and thoughts about things without shouting at each other, without using expletives and calling each other names and things like that. So just being an adult, one, in terms of communication, and two, you're responsible enough if something needs to be done, you can go ahead and do it, and in as opposed to complaining and say, well, nobody don't do this and nobody don't do that.
Or ask the person, can you do this with me or do this for me? Or just ask. Just
something like that. Yeah.
So that being said,
and another thing, to be a listen. You know, there's a thing that I always, there's a mantra that I said, that people don't listen to understand, they listen to quickly argue and yell at you, instead of just listen to understand what I'm saying. And don't tell me what you think I'm saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying. So if I'm saying to you, this is what I'm saying, don't tell me that's not what you're saying. How are you going to tell me what I'm saying?
Well, you see, the thing is, some people hear and then some people listen. They're two different things.
Yeah.
And that's a very important part of communication, because the listening aspect of communication, I think, is where the communication goes left a lot of times. Because if you don't have both people listening to each other, it's not going to go well.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. If you're sitting there and having a conversation with someone and you're looking at them face to face, and you see them sit like this, when you see this, what you look like is that you're ready to do what? Fight and argue, right? Because their position is.
I want to tell you this. I want to tell you this. I want to tell you this from my personal experience. I am naturally inclined to do that. Yeah. But I can have a posture like this, but I'm listening, I'm taking everything, I'm taking in everything you have to say, and I'm with you. And then I found through experience that's off-putting, as Mish alluded to. People sees it as something threatening, or
I'm always devil's advocate.
To battle.
Every time.
You're on guard and you're ready to battle, right? But here I'll be devil's advocate on this one. What people don't realize a lot of times is the posture you get is the posture you solicit sometimes. So oftentimes, right, when somebody's on guard or on defense, it's 9 times out of 10 because they're dealing with somebody who's offensive, who's on the offense, right? Because here's what happens. Most times people aren't too conscious of how they are coming across, and they're very conscious of how they're being received, right?
That's where the communication comes in, and you say, babes, Hun, hold up. Pause.
Nobody not saying a beams and hun when you did a cuss one bag of cloth and go on off it.
But that's the thing is, you're not cursing and you're having a conversation.
Hold on, Amish. Hold on.
You're conversing with each other.
Let me bring on. I want to bring on one other person who is the orator and the cause of these problems. Right? I feel like I want. Let me see if I can. I can find her and bring her on because
I think I know who that is.
But while you're doing that, okay, no,
Christine, you're. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can't see her. She's in the dark.
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna see. While she gets it together. Right? I'm gonna bring her on because she has started problems. I mean, with our big bad album, Love Manifesto. She got the brand new album, Love Manifesto, which is doing wonderful things out here.
Nice. I must say, did you see her album cover? Beautiful.
Like I said, starting problems out in these streets. Starting problems in these streets.
Well, it's problems, and there's levels of problems because
but guess what? Y'all love the
emphasis on the S at the end of problems.
Problems, all right. And I've seen the video. So again, she don't want to start all of the problems, all of the foolishness.
So while you're waiting for her, can I plug something in while you're waiting?
Plug away.
Okay, so February is reggae month, right? And so what we have coming up is reggae genealogy. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but it's going to be February the 7th from 4 to 10 p.m. at Volunteer Park in Plantation. And you have to come out to see who we're giving the Lifetime Achievement Award. Sly Dunbar of Sly and Robbie, Mr. Vegas himself, Leroy Sibbles of the Heptones. And you're going to have performance by Mr. Vegas, Leroy Sybil himself, Michael Rose, Pat Watkins, and backup by the famous Code Red Band and more. And we're also going to do a tribute to Jimmy Cliff. So guys, please get your tickets. I know you missed the early bird ticket. The deadline was yesterday. But trust me, you don't want to miss this event. This is going to be one of the biggest event. And guess who's going to be on stage with the honorees? Mish McLean, myself.
Easy.
So easy. I don't know if G Cole, you're going to be performing. I thought at one point you were going to perform, but let me tell you guys, if you have not seen G Cole perform,
my people call your people.
Trust me, panties.
Boy, G Cole, go take with the people. Them show idea, but me not say nothing.
Cool no man. We gotta, I'm saving it for Houston. So here's the deal now. Like I said, sometimes people start the problems, them.
Okay,
lift the house for burn down, and them over saying that the house is on fire, and they over there chilling. Christina, Alicia, how are you?
First of all, Mitch, I heard a lot about reggae. I definitely endorse what you just said. I know the people up behind it. It's going to be an amazing show.
Yep.
So definitely get out there. Marlon, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi,
Michelle, I came in on the tail end of what Michelle was saying. 100. What I heard.
Of course.
I didn't hear.
Thank you. And it's not a woman supporting woman, Gico. Don't go there. It's women who know what they want.
Yes. And before I start, I want to say I had to gradually get there. And I think Mish knows that. Like, it took time for me to find that based on different life experiences. So tooting that horn. Right? So anyway, G Cole, you bring me on. What kind of trouble you want to start now?
Listen. It's you with the love.
Well, G Cole says you start the trouble, Christine. So
this is the problem. The man and the woman always say who start the problem. So we have to get to the root of the problem.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Solution-oriented conversation. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, if you're talking about, I know G Cole has always said that there's always discussion about the roles, the men and women roles. And of course, as Mish says, as we're dating, we women, we do have standards. We have learned a couple of things. And yes, there is a narrative that is going out there that the rules that men, if a woman wants a good man, she wants a provider. Now, provider means different things to different people. I've kind of hinted to that in different ways. But in general, we're just going to be playing out society. In general, a provider means most women today want a man that can pay all them bills. I want to interject and say this though. Even though I am of the stance where I don't need my man to pay all the bills. I can actually understand where that's coming from. And I think Mitch can understand because for generations, maybe, and maybe I'm pushing it out there.
Wow.
Women, and I would like to say Caribbean women, have kind of carried the back. Sorry, men, for many men. I'm so sorry. And I've had my own experiences where because I saw models, wonderful, noble women. The noble women will be the ones that take care of their man, do this, ride or die. And so we grew up hearing that. And so we can't, and then later on in life, we're like, no, we can't do that. So with that being said, I can understand why there is this new horn going of we women are done with it. We want a man to take care of us and we want the soft life.
Okay.
So I would disagree.
I would disagree with you a little bit.
We're laying the foundation of that. Because Marlon, when you made a comment about men being sassy, I also understand why the men become sassy. But hold on, I'm only speaking for the woman today. Me and Michelle only speaking for the woman. Right? We only speaking for the woman. So anyhow, the point is we come to that extreme. And now I'm going to be honest. When I came back into the dating life, Mish, I dated a few bums. Damn. I dated a few.
You gotta kiss a couple ugly frogs.
I'm sorry, and I'm going to say it, without
what's
shame.
a bum? What exactly you consider a bum?
I'm kind of ashamed to say. I think
Steven.
I dated when I first got out there and I was trying to figure out my life and so forth. I dated a man that was handsome, tall, and all of that wonderful things. Tall and handsome lollipop, but he could not hold a job.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, he said he had his career, but really what he was like a PRN. And so he eventually, I started to notice that he was leaning on me and I would have to carry,
done that many years.
I started to realize that I was becoming the masculine energy in the relationship. I felt sorry for him at first, but by the time I was in too deep, and then when I realized I was in deep, I said, this is not what I want. And even though, I want to be the kind of woman that don't discard a man because I'm not making money. I didn't want to be that kind of woman. But I also realized we women have to realize that no matter how much we don't want to be that woman, at the end of the day, when we start carrying that kind of energy, like we're going to provide and do that, we end up we lose respect, first of all. I don't know if Mitch can agree. You kind of lose respect and then you just don't feel good. You don't feel good. And so I came to understanding of saying, maybe this is just me. I know say my man have to pay all my bills, but I want my man to just,
lean on you.
I want to know, I kind of want my soft life. I'm not going to lie.
I miss
feel like I want my independence, like Mitch says. I love what I do. I love teaching. I love going out there. I love actually even sometimes saying, hey babes, let me buy dinner, let me do this, let me do that. I love that, but I don't want it to be where I can't rely on him to hold it down. I don't want that. It feels good for a man to say, hey, it feels good.
I got you. I have you.
Yes, it feels good to be covered. It feels good to a man to say, hey, you need anything right now? I just love it. Out to the blue.
It's either for me to say, yes, I do, or no, I don't.
Yeah, it just feels good, No,
it really does. It's feeling that secure, feeling that safety net, knowing that you have that safety net. That person is your safety net.
Exactly. So now the conversation can extend into what exactly is safety. Does the man have to make $200,000, $300,000? No, I think every woman who's smart, like me and Michelle, would say, what are your reasonable expectations? So if you want to marry a doctor, then let the doctor treat you accordingly. But if you choose a teacher, I can still marry a teacher because I did before and have reasonable expectations where I can feel protected. I still want him to be responsible and cover things, but I'm not expecting a teacher to cover all my bills, period. So I go into with those expectations. Now, back to the post. I was saying, since the narrative is that every woman who is dating must date a rich man, and we've seen all that. Miss, you see that? Like, you must date a rich man, this, that, right? To have a soft life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. When I don't know if it's a Houston thing, but when I moved to Houston, I realized that was the lick. Like,
It's not a Houston thing.
it's not. Okay, so I didn't really
Marlon,
experience that in Florida.
I like how Marlon is so. Leave Marlon alone. Go on, yeah, Marlon. See,
But dig
Marlon,
this.
you want somebody
No,
to
no,
put
it's
right
not a
on your
Houston
body.
thing.
because plenty people just purely
Is that a
fucking.
Houston thing? I don't know. I never experienced that when I was in Florida. So I don't know. Anyhow, so I was just saying, as much as I love the whole soft life talk, I have dated also. After dating the bum and so forth, I started to attract the rich man because I said I need a man with money. So let's say I manifest a man with money, right? And then, however, Miss, I don't know if you experienced this. I mean, life is experiences. So you date the man with a rich man, but but I then realized you can get a man that can buy you anything, but the house empty. And I think Miss, I don't know, Miss, can you experience that? And the connection is empty. I needed a certain
It's
kind of man.
cold. You don't have that.
It's
You don't feel
cold,
safe.
and I don't know if
You
it's
don't get
because
the respect. There's just you
yeah.
there, he's there,
Oh no,
and
because
everything you say becomes an argument, or you
or
get
just
start to get that resentment.
yes,
Hold on.
or their
I
whole
have a feedback coming.
identity. Or I don't know if I just met the wrong rich man, but their whole identity is wrapped up in that. So because this all wrapped up in that, they can't connect in any other way. That's just my experience. So
I think
okay.
the other side
Marlon.
of that also is that men with money tend to, I don't like to generalize, but a lot of what happens in those situations, they tend to feel like they are desired, so they might not want to put in the effort like somebody who makes the kind of money I make would put in.
that's facts. That's facts. That is actually very true.
So hold up.
Okay, Chico, sorry, we've been talking for too long.
Devils, I'm gonna speak on behalf.
Here comes
of
the devil again.
No, but here's the thing. Here's a reality of it.
Should be wearing red.
Truth be told, somebody's saying a feedback. May I get a feedback?
Not me.
Is it
Marlon, mute a little bit. Marlon, this is something. So
Hold on. Okay. Oh,
yeah, I think you're good now. I don't know what you did, but you're good now. So here's the deal. We hear about the man with the money acting a certain way, and I'm not the man with the money. Again, I tell you at that time, I'm 16 years out of these streets. I'm married for 60. So
That's the thing, you man. You're
so I still get a loop. But here's the thing. We said the man with the money acts a certain way, right? Nobody says why the man with the money acts a certain way, right? That man with the money has been a target since the moment he's had the money. Right?
Target by who?
Yo, homegirls. Let me take you out of the picture. Yo, homegirls, right? So the man with the money has been the target. He has been treated as such for the longest. Right? A lot of people have gone in, a lot of ladies have gone in and told him and convinced him that he don't need to do nothing but spend the money. Right? And then now, when the man is doing what he is taught to do, you guys are saying he's acting out of place. What it is a paradigm shift. Right? So here's the thing with the paradigm shift. There's a time when the women are holding down the house and the man was out there doing the rob. Now you find yourself in situations where the woman is holding down the house and the man, no different from you had a time when the women were the gold diggers. So them say, no, you have man a big gold diggers and want women to take care of. There's a paradigm shift. The problem is some people are allowed to do certain things. Some are not. The man with the money act like a man with money. If him have the money, let him do what he wants to do. All right. If the man had money, show like he's got his money, let him do it. You told him, you empowered him to do it from way back when. Why change now? Mish, talk to me. Why change now? You don't tell the man, say I'm rich enough. He ain't got to know how to cook. He ain't got to treat you well. He just got to buy nice things. Why are you switching up now?
I don't know if I can speak on that because I can't.
You can't hear me, Christine? Log out and log back in. Just hop out and hop back in.
You got through. You got through. Hey, did you get one for yourself?
I can hear you, Christine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I'm back. I can hear you.
Awesome sauce. You're good. So I'm saying the man with the money was taught to act this way by your homegirls and him. I know that he's acting this way. Then when I say I'm not supposed to act this way. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not a single man. Right? I have heard the conversation over and over and over a lot of times for years about what people bring to the table. And I've heard a lot of women say, you know what I bring to the table? I'm a good woman. So I want a man who bring a whole bunch of finances and whatever to the table, right? And when me say, so what you bring to the table? Well, I'm a good woman. But the fact that he's a good man is not enough to bring to the table, right? So that's my observation. Now, I'm going to put myself in these streets. If I'm single today, Christine said earlier, every man have a checklist. I'm going to tell you what would be on my checklist. You ready for this?
Lord, what is your checklist after being out the street for 15 years?
One thing I dip on my strict checklist. No broke beauties. You understand me? So in other words, whatever I got, you got to have. If I come to the table with $1 and you come to the table, I must either be $2 or $1.50. I can't be 50 cents. I'm not carrying nobody. So I'm not mad at nobody that says anything. I feel like people need to date within their tax brackets. If you ain't got the money, go find somebody that ain't got none.
So
right?
if you date a woman that has money, you won't feel like she emasculates you at all because she's making all the money. Would you be comfortable with a woman making more money and taking care of you out in them streets?
Well, you just conflated two things. Making more money does not equate to taking care of me. Right? Because if I made $10 million and she made $20 million, she's still making more money than me.
Or what if you don't even earn? You're making too much money. But let's say you just make, $80,000 and she makes, $300,000. Are you going to be okay with that?
Of course I'm good with it because that's what you meant me making. $80,000 was good enough for me.
But you know how some men feel like, well, if a woman have to be dishing out money and paying for things like that, it feels like he's not a man. Okay. He's less of a man.
Again, let's clarify something. We're going down another rabbit hole. You said I make 80 grand a year, right? And I met a woman, right? Which means I'm alive before I met her. I got a home. I'm paying my bills. Everything is straight with my 80 grand, right?
Not necessarily, no. You spend money.
My 80, but she met me and I wasn't homeless. My 80 grand was good.
No, you live in an apartment and you have, 2 sports cars and you're in debt and everything. Let's just put it that way, just like a woman. Let's make it where you're just like you would say a woman is.
I would never say that because I don't know none of them women. But I mean, that's Keisha and I'm just your homegirl. But what I'm saying is, if I have my 80 G's and I'm living this life comfortable, because I'm going to make sure I'm living within my means and I'm doing what I'm doing. If I meet somebody that makes 200,000, that's her 200,000. If we come together and want to elevate life, that's cool. But the reality of it is this: you very rarely find a man going out there with a prerequisite of what the woman is supposed to make. You find it the flip side a lot of
about
times.
it, but I believe men do. You just don't hear about
disagree.
it.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but what I'm saying is this: you don't hear men verbalizing.
I think it's a vast minority.
Yeah, and even if it happens, they're not out here posting it.
Okay, can I?
Yep. You're
right. So, but men have other checklists, and so Michelle, let's just say it's not the finance. Let's just say in general, it's not the finances, but that's obviously. But they have some other checklists that we can also parallel to say, just like how we expect the man to be a provider. You guys have a checklist. Can she cook?
Her body has to be the body of a bodybuilder.
I mean, they have a checklist that's
the
just
booty,
just
the
parallel.
titties,
Obviously,
the small waist. She has to be in the
exactly.
gym.
Mitch, after a
She
certain
gotta
age, that's
have the
already out the window.
eyelashes and the long
After
hair.
a certain age, that's already out the window.
I don't know.
So
I've heard men my age that want that.
No. These days, you'll be surprised. Women in those ages are hitting the gym now.
You do have. They have. I mean, you guys have a checklist. Don't
You have a
Marlon?
checklist. Come
Marlon,
on.
you have a
may
checklist.
not have a checklist,
I am
or
not
your
saying
checklist might
I
have
am.
already been met.
Now there has to be a checklist because if there's no checklist, you don't know what you're looking for.
And
You don't
that's
know what
okay.
you
That's
want.
the
So there
checklist.
has to be a
The
checklist.
checklist is not the problem. So let's stop. Let's go to this. The checklist is not the problem. Let's go back to G. Cole saying no more broke beauties. I don't understand G. Cole saying that. If he was single, he would make sure that his woman wasn't broke.
Yeah. She's able to provide some way.
G. Cole, are you sure you want to endorse that? Because is it possible? And I agree a woman must be responsible. But Michelle, help me out here.
Help me.
What happened to the days where men had pride in just taking care of the woman? What happened to those days?
Nah,
there's some that still exist.
That's a selector.
There are some of us still here. There are some of us still here.
I mean, I'm not saying we must use them. I'm not saying we must use them, but I firmly believe that when a man is in that role of provider, I'm not saying we must use them. If he's with a good woman,
I ain't with it.
He flourishes in so many ways. First of all, I really believe that. I'm not saying the woman must use him. I'm saying, but when a man is in his, because I know when a man is not in his role of providing, then a whole heap of insecurities come out. Him start beat him, start talk down to him, start try to put you down because he doesn't feel.
Nah. Mitch, let me tell you something. Christy, let me tell you something. All right, as the elder statesman, let me tell you something. Right?
Okay, as the elder.
You see that man that you're talking about was like that all along.
That is true.
It's no different from when we talk about. It's no different from when we talk about. A man does certain things when he's drunk. He was like that all along. A man acts a certain way when he get money. He was like that all along. What the point I'm getting at is this. Again, you hear me talk about a paradigm shift. My thing is, I am not here to fulfill anybody's requirements if you can't do the same. So here's what I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm 47, right? Right now,
more years for the 50.
Yeah, exactly. So right about now, my plans are, when am I going to cruise off in the sunset and do what I got to do? Right? Now, when I was 20, maybe we could build something. When I'm 25, maybe we could build something. You see, if you ain't already built what you need to build, I'm just not the guy for you.
So let me ask you something, G. Cole. I'm your sister. I'm your little sister. I'm in my 40s. I meet a man who's in his 40s today. Let's say we both have our histories. Maybe he's divorced, whatever. And we come together. We can build together because we're in our 40s. That's what you just said. No.
All right, let me clarify explicitly. Me not talk about him. I am telling you, everybody can do their thing, you know. Well, I am saying me, G. Cole, not doing it, right? I leave that to somebody, and I'm the only man in the world. So when me say no, there'll be somebody else to say yes. And the reason why I'm holding that stance is because it also goes on the other way too. You have a lot of ladies who are not going to give the man that don't have a certain amount of money a shot. How about we just keep it even playing field and be like, yo, I got a little bit more than you. Nah, baby.
Michelle, where you go? You gonna back me up here or what?
Well, listen. If I may add to what G. Cole is saying, the views that G. Cole just stated are the views of G. Cole.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna say. It's only G. Cole. Because G. Cole,
no, it's not only G. Cole. It's not only G. Cole.
Build together, no matter what age you are.
You said because you haven't been in the streets.
It's not only G. Cole, but it goes back to something that he said before.
Okay.
If he has $1, at the end of the day, he's not going to end up with 50 cents. She must come with either 50 cents or even a quarter or something
to the table. But it's that you have to be careful what you're looking for. Because if you're just looking for somebody out in the streets, and you're going to get somebody out in the streets.
That is true. But
well, sometimes I think where problems come in is a lot of times people present themselves as something that they're really not. They tell
Exactly.
you
So
what they want
you
to
meet
hear. They
them,
show you
you
what
go
you
for
want to see.
yep.
And then somewhere down the line, feelings get involved, and then it's hard to let go when you realize who they really are.
Yeah.
I'm
People
cutting
go
that
in
off.
like a job
No feelings
interview
getting
and they
involved.
make you
I'm out.
believe this is what they can bring to the table or this is what they have and they don't have anything.
And while that is so true, Miss, you know what? You're 1,000%. But we're gonna bring it back to the real right now. What I'm saying is this: if I am trying to build, I reserve the right, like every disclaimer on something that you purchase in these streets, I reserve the right to say, no, thank you. That ain't
We all.
for me, right?
We all.
Especially since we've had so long of a time. Again, I think the paradigm shift is what most people are struggling with. We've lived so much of our lives where we have the suitor and then we have the man, and in all aspects of it, the man must just do whatever he can because she's the prize and whatever the case may be. And you have many men, and honestly, I'm playing devil's advocate. And you have many men out here who've decided that that ain't it no more. I've busted my butt. I've made this. I've done what the case may be. I ain't doing that because guess what? She may end up walking off tomorrow, and then I'm starting from scratch. So at the end of the day, the paradigm has shifted, and y'all just gotta roll with the roll.
Understood.
And that's what it is. That's what it's come to. I think mindsets and society has shifted. As Christine was alluding to earlier, there was a time when men were expected to be the breadwinner. You bring home the bacon.
Yeah.
And, the woman takes care of the home. And, if she goes out and earn a little something to add to the pot, then great. But that wasn't the expectation. Now we live in a world where it seems to me that the women are out earning the men. And I think that is the shift that G. Cole, you're alluding to. You have women now who they don't need the finances.
From a man.
What I've also observed is that those that don't need it still want it.
And while
so you have to match at least what they have.
And then provide.
You can't. The narrative that I've been hearing a lot from the women who are high earners are that he has to make at least what I make. He can't make less than what I make.
Mundo. And my thing is that if you're going, because it's been that way for so long, I think that again, paradigm shift. The men are holding the same stance right now in terms of, you know what? Why? Because I had a conversation with somebody the other day. And the person said to me, which makes perfect sense. If somebody says, if he's dating a woman, because remember, when we talk about paying bills and all these things, this is where we have gone left as a society also. If you're not my wife, I ain't paying jack. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here who are dating somebody for 2 weeks, a month, and saying you have to pay. I remember I was probably like 21, 22. There's this chick who worked with me. Fine. Let me say fine. I thought about fine. You know what I mean? You would give up your PIN number, fine, right? So the thing is, she meant with just joking around one time. She said to me, "Well, if you're gonna date me, you're gonna have to pay my. Listen, we're gonna go on one date. I gotta pay. I gotta pay a bill, right?" And I said right away, "Hell no, no date, no nothing. Then she starts saying, "I'm just kidding. I'm just joking." Whatever.
No, she's not.
She was not. So what I'm saying pretty much is this. If we are not at least cohabitating, why are we having financial conversations anyway?
Oh, wait. I was told from a therapist that you need to have financial conversations in the datings, while you're dating. So you can, you're dating. You have to have financial conversations.
No, okay, clarification. I don't mean you're not going to talk money. No. What I mean pretty much is this. We're not supposed to be talking about your bills, my bills, how I'm going to contribute to your bills.
Agreed.
Agreed.
No. Here's the other thing. No, let's go back to your therapist, right? Our therapist say, we talk about dating, and maybe it's an age thing. And when you're 20, a different something. But when you're grown, I guess you're dating intentionally, right? You're dating somebody with a purpose. You meet a man, the potential is for him to be a husband or whatever, right? Me personally, that's not how I roll. I'm just dating. If it organically grows into that, it grows into that. because I feel like if I already set the down the road expectations, I may disillusion myself and go into something that I don't want to go into. Me just feel some people for date. So when the therapist and tell us if you do this and do that, I ain't mad at them. They're the professionals. But I just think that must be organic and people just date. Now, if it's growing in that direction, then we have certain conversations. But you see, if all week number 2, 3, 4, 5, you come ask me one bag of question about certain things, you got to go.
Okay, fair. I think what I wanted to clarify that whereas we're talking about all the finances and so forth and what, I mean, obviously I think that's just going to change for everybody. Everyone has different standards. G. Cole is saying 4 weeks. Another Marlon may say 2 months. Different things of when you start to see. But at the end of the day, what I was trying to say is that whereas, quote unquote, whatever your standards are for finances, whatever it is, whether you're making $250,000, $100,000, $50,000, at the end of the day, if that for a woman is her highlight, and oh my God, I dated a man I'm making $100,000, there's gonna be a point in their lives, if they go past the goalpost and they end up becoming serious and so forth, where he may lose everything. Or he may lose his job. And what I was trying to say is that whereas we women, we want the soft life, it should be just as important as you want a man to financially give you security, that a man can also give you peace when he does not have all the riches or the thing that grabbed you in the first place.
Is that possible?
What do you mean? For a man to...
And because a lot of times when the conversation comes up to it, seems to me, what the fellas been saying, Dante and him, right, is that when that money is not where it was, how it used to be, or it didn't materialize as planned, then the switch up begins. So the 200,000 you're talking about right about now, right? The man don't make that no more. He's down to, he lost that. He's got a job that's making 80K right about now, right? The truth is, will that person that he is with be able to deal with that? Or it's kind of like, player, I met you making 200. That was part of the allure. Now you ain't got that. What are we doing? So that
I wonder how a man in the dating stages can figure out if that woman can stick to him, whether with money or not. I wonder if a smart man can figure that out. What are some things he can do to figure out, is that woman going to stick by me when there's a $250,000 or $50,000?
So we're talking about playing games now. I think that's the
problem that people who are high earners have. Are they with me for the money or are they with me for me? That's always the question when you have someone who earns a certain amount. It becomes, why does she want to be with me? Is it because I make this amount or I can buy this or I'm able to do that financially? Or does she like me for who I am?
I mean, do I need to give hints on how he can figure that out?
Sure. We're simple creatures. Drop it.
There's so many ways that you can find out a woman can like you outside of your money. Can you give jokes? Are you funny? Do you guys are compatible? Do you guys like the same things? Can you do dates that don't involve money? Can you have quality time? I mean, all of those things can show you. Then you define what kind of, does she show loyalty in other areas of her life apart from the romance? You can see those things. Those are things that you look for.
Really?
If a man can only judge a woman's loyalty based on money, then he has to figure out on his own what his own self-worth is. And if his self-worth is only based on money, and he can only decide if a woman likes him based on money, that's his problem, I think. Because that's his self-worth. He only has been able for whatever a decade or his entire life been able to grab women based on money. And that's maybe not his fault, but whatever, he needs to do some inner work to see, why am I only attracting women that want money? Why is it that I can't tell if a woman likes me? That means you don't have no other skills?
Wow.
No, but the downside to that, Christine, is that what happens in those kinds of situations is some discernment has to come in, because if they are after the money, they are going to do everything that they can do to
Play
convince you
the
that they're
game.
not there for the money.
Marlon, let me back you up on that, right? Because the thing is, what Christine says that you're going to look for all these things and the discernment and whatever case may be. The reality of it is this: people are good. I'm not going to get gender specific, but people say women are very good, are better at men in presenting the front, right? Women are better at that than men are of playing the game, doing whatever for years, right? Until the time comes. So the reality of it is this: I don't think any man out here can say, well, I am discerning or I'm discerning. You have people who are liars and people can't play the game. And let me throw this out there. This is not a woman or a man thing. You have some men out here are very good at that too. Very good at faking it for a long period of time till they get what they want, and then you'll be like,
and then they bounce.
And the thing you're going to say is this: I don't know this guy. This is not the guy I've been with for the past 8, 9, 10 years.
My therapist said, my therapist said no one can hold up a front for more than 3 months.
That is true. Nobody.
I like that. I like
Not
that.
even therapists.
I don't believe that.
Data.
I disagree.
This is data, G-Cole. I mean,
You
no,
can't pretend for long. You can't
you
pretend
cannot
for long.
pretend for a woman cannot pretend to be loyal and not a gold digger for more than 3 months. She cannot.
After a while, you get lost.
I respectfully think that is highly erroneous. I think it's textbook. I think people have things in textbook that they present.
Let me ask my incognito boyfriend. He's not in the camera. Incognito boyfriend,
I have to step off.
Can you have a lot of friends? Can someone put up a front for more than 3 months? Oh, okay. Sorry, he disagreed with me. He says yes.
Hold on. You see that man there where you're having at the background?
It need for come
It's a real one that the man tell the truth. So here what happened now.
Never mind. I thought he was.
Bro,
I don't believe that anybody can hold up a front for more than 3 months.
And I think that is very
I
wrong.
disagree.
Very wrong.
People have done it for years and years because they will not do certain things in front of you. That doesn't mean they're not doing it.
Let me ask you this, Christine.
Okay.
How do you explain that to the man who 20 years in, or the woman 20 years in, the woman find out that the man have another family and she never know till now? No. And let's flip it, right? How you said that to the man who didn't find out that these kids aren't his until he was trying to file for them? You're telling me that he's just that stupid? No. People are good at putting up the front.
Yes, they are. They are.
Even in the professional world, put it this way: if you ever done sales, right? People talk about a good salesman. There is no such thing. You know what it is? It's who's willing to compromise the most, who's willing to lie the most with a straight face and whatever is going to be the most successful salesperson, right? So at the end of the day, the concept of somebody can't masquerade and wear a mask for 3 months, it couldn't be more wrong.
Okay. All right, I'm back down.
until the man in the background.
Data has said. Now, I understand your point about 20 years and so forth. What I would argue, but I'm learning not to argue. I mean, what I would say is, because I'm learning to be a better listener, but what I would say is the man who finds out about his woman with another family, there were other things that reflected that. So that family didn't just appear in 20 years. There were other character flaws of that partner that was there on the 4th and the 5th month and the 6th month. That's all I'm saying. So the character flaws were there.
And I'm saying that's wrong.
And then it manifested in the 5th year or the 10th year.
I can't agree.
Okay.
I think theorists will always try to theorize things and make it sound that weird. But here's the reality of it. No, people aren't stupid. Because to me, that is us undermining somebody and say you saw it and you acted like you didn't see it or you turned up. Sometimes people.
It does happen, but it happens the other way too.
Exactly. And you do have circumstances where the person just did a great job of masking that. And on top of all of that too, you know what the other thing too? You're so comfortable in your relationship that the things that you think would show up, you ain't even seeing.
So, okay then. So at what point then what point then should Marlon say he can trust? Because Marlon says his prerequisite is trust and loyalty. That means you will never have a point where you can say, I fully trust somebody, because you're going to be like,
No, that is not. No, 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 no.
Disagree.
No, 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 no. I have to take the onus on myself to, through conversation and interaction and situations, to make that determination if I can trust you. That doesn't mean that I should trust you, but you haven't shown me that I shouldn't trust you. So then I believe that I should trust you, and I do trust you until I find out later on that I should not have trusted you.
So let me ask you this, then, Christine, because based on what Marlon is saying right here is this: the whole concept of trust is this. Your approach may be, this person needs to earn my trust. Or the approach may be, I am going to give them the trust and see if they break it. Right? So if you are starting with the earn my trust, that may be a long hill, because here's the reality of it. You're going to be judging them on everybody who's burnt your trust in the past, right? Who's lost your trust in the past. So me personally, I believe in giving everybody, you start off with an A. You start off with that A as far as I'm concerned, because just like what I'm going to say to you, I don't have any reason to trust you. Your retort could be, but you don't have any reason not to. So if I don't have a reason to not to trust you, let's start off trusting you. And then if you give me a reason not to, then it is what it is.
I endorse that, G. Cole. That's how I approach things.
I like that. Thank you, G. Cole. That's one thing we can agree on tonight.
No, two things.
That's the second thing.
That guy in the background's a keeper.
Because he agreed with you.
Yep.
He's honest. That's communication.
Even though he knows that might end up in tonight, she put on her bonnet and turn her and put on the sweatsuit, put on the bonnet and her denim and say, go on in your bed, you never agree with me. But but you know what?
We can agree on that character is more important than money, I think.
Hell yeah.
For both sides.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I honestly, I'm gonna tell you this.
Is character better than beauty? Oops, that's another conversation.
I know a ton of regular folks. I consider myself a regular person, right?
Okay.
I know a ton of regular folks. I know 5 millionaires, right?
Okay.
And again, I only know what I know because of what they tell me. Of those 5 millionaires, one exhibits that they are happy. If you spend time around them, right? They are not happy, and the family structure is not happy, and whatever the case may be. And what that says to me pretty much is that the money ain't enough.
It isn't.
It's not enough, right? So people, but rich people, the broke man will say, you can't say anything you want, you have the money. Give it to me, I'm gonna find out. Let me figure it out, right? but the truth is, money is not enough for happiness. It does help to make your environment more comfortable. And within that comfortable environment, you could probably, curate your happiness, so to speak, right? But the money is not the end all be all to the happiness. But again, going back to our original thing, I personally feel like nobody should be taken advantage of. And I think we have accustomed our society to some folks taking advantage of some folks, and it's shifting right now, and the shift is not being accepted.
I agree. So I agree with that. So I will be fair, even though I am of the female gender, and I still want to have my female tribe. I do have many great male friends, and I do see the pain, and I do see them. I do see them being used. I do hear the talk of us saying that we have unreasonable expectations, and I understand. So I'll say that I understand, and it is not fair. I do want us to respect the man again. Shameless plug. My song Fantasy talks about that, where we want the man to understand that I'm not trying to control it. I don't want to use you for your money. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. I want you to understand that I just want to get to know you. I really want to get to know you. I don't want you for your money. So I do want to try and bring that narrative back, where we love the man for who they are again. We understand that the man also has trauma. The man also is coming from a situation. Even in our midlife, we have to understand that some people are rebuilding. And if they're rebuilding, what you want, you're going to have to build together. G. Cole, build together. But yes,
No.
but it is true. Just as how the women also want to be respected, the men deserve respect as well.
Yeah, and I love that, and I got to get into that. Let me ask you this. I want you to be honest with me, right?
Okay.
I don't want to use the word friends because not everybody that we hang around with is a friend. And
Okay.
oftentimes, once we start saying friends, then people may judge us based on them because those are the friends we chose. So I'm just gonna say some folks that you've ever hung around. When you listen to folks having conversation, the ladies having conversation, how important, how much onus, how much, need is put on the financial part when it comes to them choosing that man. Now, I'm not talking about to marry a man, I'm talking about just to give him a chance.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because going on a date, even if it's a first or second or third date, to us it represents where his mindset is. I think it's more than just the kind of I think it's more than just even the date. It's about how does he value dates? How does he value experiences? At least that's my circle. And so a woman wants to feel special even on a date. And so we can whether it's right or not, we kind of tend to make our measurements based on because we don't want to get into something where we feel like we're taking care of our man.
Right,
So,
but you wouldn't have gotten that. That's the thing that makes that I'm wondering, and I'm trying to understand. To be honest with you, because I heard that narrative. We don't want to feel like we're taking care of a man, but the reality of it is this: date 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You wouldn't have gotten that far already. That you're I'm talking about. You're meeting somebody. If the judgment and the bar is set at a certain amount of money to go out on the date, remember, you get to know a man now. If you tell me, say, Christine, you met a man January 1st. And by June, you guys are in this tight-knit, committed, you got joint accounts and whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you this, that relationship ain't lasting.
right, I agree with you. Right.
So what I'm getting at is this. Why is the need for him to impress with the finances required that early on in a relationship?
I see what you're saying. Okay, sorry. For me, I don't ask a man what he makes, or I don't expect him to pay for my bills in the beginning. I think that's a bit too far. But I think in conversations and organic conversations, you can find out where his headspace is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just extremely important and should be for in the conversations found if how long he's held a job for, and it has nothing to do with numbers. It just shows stability, and stability is a character thing. That is what I think my girlfriends focus on, stability. Please, I think that matters more. We don't ask what kind of job or how much money you're making. I don't really.
He could be stable at his job. It's impressive that he's held down his job for the past 10 years, right? He still only made 45 G's, but he held down the job for 10 years. Is that worth anything? Or are you looking at it like, nah, I need somebody who makes more? And I'm just using an arbitrary number, not to knock, you know what I mean?
I can't speak for others. I mean, my late husband was a teacher. And I was extremely happy, and I would do it again. So I can't really speak for, I don't know, but I've heard of other things. And that's why I started off the conversation by saying,
Christine, I must say that your mindset is not necessarily the majority nowadays, but that kind of mindset, I think, would suit the general male population.
I like how you put that.
Okay, I don't know. I just want to reiterate. And I think if most people go inside within themselves, and just like what you said, 5 millionaires and the 4 millionaires are not happy. If we go inside of ourselves, because yes, the narrative is but deep down, if a woman asks herself, when you say you want a rich man, what do you really want? Ask yourself that. We think is the money, but if you listen to certain mindset speakers, they say you think you want the money, but what you want is happiness. What you want is joy. What you want is peace. And I can marry a teacher today that can give me happiness and peace and joy. And it just comes with reasonable expectations. You may have to just settle on a house that's just a 2-bedroom instead of going for an 8-bedroom, instead of going for what your friends want. Don't compare and say I want this, but you can find your happiness with a certain budget. He does not have to make on, and I have experienced that, so I know for certain. I know for certain. And so yeah, when I got caught up, I'm not gonna lie, to get caught. Oh, I want a soft life, and then but I try it, and I think if any woman who is saying that go try it, there are other things that are more important. That's just whatever.
I feel like I got a soundbite out there a while ago.
I would rather build with a man that make decent. We come halfway, and what I want to say, and what I've told men is, I don't tell him this because obviously I don't want to give him the secret. What is it? It's mindset. If your mindset can go, then we can go anywhere. Now, do I want a nice house? Yes, but that if you have the mindset, we can go anywhere. If I can work with you, we can go anywhere. Oh my God, we can
love that. Love that.
That soundbite right there. I'm taking that, right? I feel like that right there is something that, if that was the mindset of many ladies out there, I think we would have a whole lot more thriving relationships than we do. And based on just, because remember, I solicit this information just, 1, for entertainment, 2, for the purposes of the show, right? So I'm just being honest. So when I have these conversations on and off camera, and most of them are off camera because a lot of people don't want to have them on camera. Yeah, the truth is, you see what you just said a while ago? The peace and so forth as being more important. And then the other things can be a foundation upon which to build, right?
Yes.
They are not seeing it that way. A lot of times, from what I understand, bring on the finances, bring on the luxury, we'll figure the rest out, right? And you mentioned something earlier about tax brackets and whatever. And again, I throw out arbitrary numbers, but let me tell you something. If the person is financially savvy and so are you, you can live a way more comfortable life, right? Good credit, save your down payment, you'll get that house. In adverse to the person who makes twice what you make, terrible credit, so the mortgage is way more than they can afford, and we can go on and on and on and on, right? So it's not about the money that comes in. It's who's making that money. But the issue that most of these people are complaining about is the money seems to be the prerequisite. It's like I've said to you before, you have people planning a marriage and then trying to figure out the relationship later, in adverse to getting into a relationship and see if it leads to a marriage. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So, I've learned a lot from you both too. I've learned that you can't fake something for more than 2 months.
Don't tell the therapist I was saying because you'll find me on social media and burn me out.
that is still yet to be did, but it's fine. I will take everything else and just say. I'm gonna
tell you this and hope you don't go looking at your friends and judging your friends, Christine, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There are people in your life who have lied to you for more than 3 months. May I tell you that? All right? Don't go searching for them now. You know what I mean? But trust me, it ain't that difficult for people to fake it for however many months. And again, sometimes we say them a fake a thing. The truth is, sometimes they're not faking anything. The reality of it is they're being them. And the other side that you think that's the fake. Me know people right now who artists, for example, singing the best cultural roots music, whatever the case may be, and then them create some arms up. And the truth is, that's who they are. The culture music was the facade.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
It goes where it goes.
I'm with you on that.
Christine, first of all, congratulations again on a dope album, Love Manifesto.
Thank you, Marlon. Thank you for supporting it as well. Thank you, guys.
Anytime, Christine, you know.
And this was a great discussion.
It was.
And
It was.
I need to come join you on stage in Houston one of these days.
Ooh, talk about
I need to
it.
see you down here on the stage in South Florida again too. We miss you.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we would love to see you here again, Christine.
You know, I have a lawsuit out because you and Lavi gone, and
I'll
Yeah, I
hear
mean,
it I'll hear it off there. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, G Cole, we have to form an operation and just go there and snatch them and bring them back.
and I'm not above it. I'm not above it.
Mhm.
Pull up.
But guess what?
Throw it in the
I
van.
mean, yeah, we appreciate that. Lavi talks about you guys. She comes on regularly. But G Cole, you know, you have some high stakes. You can call it down and just like Christy, you know, I
That's your thing.
yeah, you have some clothes. Just like yo, I want Christian. Let me perform with, and I'm on. I'm there.
All right, I'm gonna try this clout. I'm gonna go up to these people and say, "Yo, Christine, let me have clout. Do this." But listen, I love having these convos.
Yeah. It
and I
was
feel
very informational.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me throw this out. I'm devil's advocate. So sometimes I'm going extreme.
I know. It's
I'm
okay.
going extreme because it's not for balance. But good women, good men, that's what the world needs. Unfortunately, we just like the police department, we have too much of the bad apples, right? And it's causing problems out here. So keep doing what you're doing, and I do hope that all your friends are like you. Again, big up the man in the background because I feel like he's a keeper. You know what I mean? Drop some social media, Christine, and music info and everything.
Christine Alicia Music on Instagram, and where me and G Cole have all our arguments on Facebook, Christine Alicia, and you know, that's it. That's good. My website is christinealicia.com. Follow me on Spotify, Christine Alicia. Thank you for supporting the music. G Cole and I know, and Marlon knows, it is only really when we as independent artists, this is really, really those fans and our grassroots that really help us to continue to express our life experiences in these songs. And the only way to make sure AI don't win the race is that we artists continue to write songs from experience so that AI don't write from a computer. So if you want sorry. Anyway, enough of that.
Don't make them come for you. Marlon, drop some info for the masses.
Yeah, I broadcast live every Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Real Rockers. We bring you music. We bring you entertainment news. Catch you up on what's happening. We play new music. We play the classics. And we keep you informed on what is happening culturally and in the diaspora and so forth. Real Rockers. We're on reggaeglobalradio.com. And, we simulcast through our affiliates.
I love that. This is radio. This is music. This is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, when Christine Ellis says in your tone, make sure you go check out. Oh, I'm going to hear talk about House of Blues.
Oh, yes, because I'm here, have fans all over the world. So I'm here in Houston, and I restarted my residency. I had a successful year last year, and I'm so proud and pleased that I get to do what I do at House of Blues. It's every second Saturday except for this January because we're doing a launch on the 24th. So the first show is on the 24th to launch the whole thing, and big ups to my band Galaxy Band, and just go and play some. I want to always pay tribute to our best, our classic reggae songs, but also just do the songs that I love. And sometimes I twist a song, an American song, into reggae just to show Americans how wonderful anything sounds in reggae. And then, of course, I sing my own catalog, which I'm very proud about. And hopefully we can get G Cole to come true one day.
Say the word. I'll be out there. And I will say this because I see your posts. Yeah, we do what we got to do when we're in those environments and sing the familiar tunes. Let me tell you something. The only difference between a Christian Alicia song and the Estelle song that you be singing is that more people know the Estelle song because Estelle is a bigger name.
True.
Don't mean the song is any bigger or better. Because when me hear the song, I'm gonna go. And again, I'm just arbitrarily, but just you're tuning them. world-class thing. And you can't do this because you're the artist. So I'm going to do it on your behalf. I need y'all, ladies and gentlemen, go Google which reggae artist, especially not a mainstream artist, has any residency or has had any residency. House of Blues ain't no joke. You know what I mean? This ain't the nasty kitty on the corner of 5th and Main. You know what I mean? This is the House of Blues. So you are a trendsetter. You might be breaking a record right here with your residency. I don't know if nobody else, and I'm talking about from the biggest artist come down that has had a residency in any one of these venues. So congrats.
I never thought about it that way, but thank you. But I want to say, you know, the reggae community should, I'm not trying to be, I'm just trying, seriously, the reggae community should be proud, because I think House of Blues surprised himself by saying, oh, this, we don't know about this reggae. Reggae can actually, you know, cross barriers. And so I do feel honored that I am an ambassador of the reggae community. I think that's what it's about. Thank you.
Love that. Love that.
Keep doing what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we way past our time, but it's worth it. I thank y'all for joining me. Appreciate y'all big time.
Bye. Mwah. Mwah.
And be good.
Bye.
All right.
Salud. Marlon, lick more. Christine, I love you.
Man.
Love you too. Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, man, we're going to get into another convo real soon. One of them days. I love chopping it up with my people. That's what I do. And they do amazing music. Christine Alicia, a talented artist. Make sure you go check her out. Our catalog, sick. You know what I'm saying? Sick. And make sure you check out Marlon Barella on Real Rockers. I got to get up out of here. All right. Thank you so much for the love. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. I got to go, man.
Baby, I have something to tell you.
Samantha, thank you so much.
I just want to get to know you.
Is there a way to get to know you? Beyond the hustle, far from the buzzing. You make me wanna find the pieces of your puzzle. Your mystery, my fantasy, hidden treasure. Let me in your world, your universe, baby. Put on your car.
Christopher Lodge, thank you so much. Skyline Wagwan Kids.
I don't want you, never harm you, safe in my arms. Baby, I promise I wanna just hold you, not control you. Tell me your dreams so I can support and build with you. Your life partner. Let's grow together. You make me wanna leave the past and surrender to your mystery, my
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
I was saying you don't want me, never harm you, safe in my arms. Baby, I promise I wanna just hold you, not control you. Tell me your dreams so I can support and build with you. Your life partner. Let's go together.
It's called Fantasy from the Love Manifesto. Christina Alicia, go get it. All right, get it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you listen to your music. It is there. I got to go. Peace.